Hey everybody, this is Ordain, and this is episode 6 of Upcast. I would first like to start off saying that Tor launches fucking tomorrow. Been waiting for this game for the past 5 years, been sitting around with you guys for the past year and a half or so, preparing and setting up. We're finally here. Been waiting for so long, I'm just so used to waiting, it kind of seems like it's not even here. Kind of surreal. But anyways, we still have things that we're going to discuss. Going to talk about some of the Tor updates, give you a bit of an update on what happened at the guild meeting yesterday, talk about some of our new members, and give you some info that you need to know about Tor pre-launch and early access within the guild and all of that. Alright, we're going to lead with the Tor updates as we always do, just kind of mention some stuff and move on. We had the Imperial Agent progression, which was a pretty sweet progression video. We had Bringing Down the Hammer, which was a level 15 to 20 instance or so. We had the Jedi Consular progression video, which in my opinion was probably the worst progression video to date. And then we also had the Sith Inquisitor progression video. I'd also like to mention the beta weekends and whatnot. I guess a lot of members got into that. A lot of us were playing together. I know I was able to get a little bit of guild play in with some of you guys. I got to run the S-List with Lucette, Spurgmer, and Mad Matt, which was a lot of fun. Made it a lot easier than all the previous runs of the instance that we've made. I know some people decided not to play too far because they didn't want to spoil the story, but I know that some people also got pretty high leveled, got a little bit of a bonus and a head start in there, so we got some people who know a little bit of what they're talking about for launch, including myself. So we have some people who can advise us on what's going on within the game.
Hey everyone, this is Lucette with the guild updates. So we just had our final guild meeting before launch, which went extremely well, great turnout, and we covered a lot of important things. For those of you who could not be there, you need to contact Ordain with your crew skills decisions, which advanced class you will be playing, along with whether you will be tank, DPS, or heals with that class, so that we can have the whole guild's info compiled, and it'll make things easier for us when we're planning events. If you look on the homepage of the guild at the latest update, we have put up the results of everyone's cataloged information. For those of you who are undecided or want to fill in what the guild needs at this point, our only shortage is with scoundrels. As far as crew skills go, biochem, bioanalysis, and cybertech all only have one person covering them. So if you're flexible about crew skills, we could use a couple more people covering those areas. In the meeting, we also covered a rough idea of what we want our schedules to be. We will be having 3 scheduled PvP events every week. One will be 6 p.m. on Saturday. The other 2 will be during weekdays at 8 p.m. This is EST. These times may change depending on how it works with guildies, but for the most part, this worked for the majority of members. And we will also be PvPing throughout the week. It will just be recommended that every member participate in at least one event every week. We will also be having 2 scheduled PvE days. Right now there are 2 raids, and you can do 8-man and 16-man, each which have their own 1-week lockout. We will, on each of those 2 days, have both raids going, and you can participate if you want to, according to your own lockout schedules. This will be more flexible. You do not have to complete PvE to remain a member of Uprising. It's just for those who are interested in that aspect of the game as well. We will also be looking for 1 more recruitment officer for the guild. So if you have any interest in that, please email both Ordain and I through the website. Remember, the recruitment officer, while they're also out talking to people in the game and posting on the forums, they have to keep up our guild recruitment thread on the Soder website, as well as keep up with the new recruits and assure that they're completing their recruitment period on time. And they will be present or can conduct interviews for the new members. It's a fun job. People are cool. Anyways, speaking of new members, we do have a few that deserve mention. Dayu Will, who is a private with us, Plasteel Bacon, Nope, and Roman, who in-game will be going as Sarai, are 3 of our new recruits. So welcome to you guys. Excited to play with you in Tor. Our inactivity policy of 2 weeks is going to begin at launch, so those members of ours who signed up before and who haven't been overly active or said that they would become active at launch, they have a couple more days to get back on and prove that they can be active members like you all, or else we're going to go ahead and remove the members who have not shown what we're looking for. As far as recruiting in game goes, everyone is able to recruit in-game. If you meet some people who you think you'd have fun playing with and who are interested in PvP, go ahead and recommend them to Uprising. You do not have to be a recruitment officer. The only change in recruiting at launch will be that when a person is recommended, they must complete an interview with Ordain, I, and the recruitment officers before they begin their 2-week recruitment period. So that way we can easily weed out those who will not end up being good potential members of Uprising from the beginning without managing a bunch of recruitment periods and whatnot. We will be adding a new page on the website in a few days once everyone has been in launch that will include the information you now see in the most recent update on the homepage of Uprising. It will be the members' characters page. On this page, you will be able to see the members in the guild, their main character, what level that character is, specialization, an avatar image of them, and their time zone so that you know how to coordinate playing with them, along with their career skills. And the way that this will be able to operate is that all of you will be adding your characters to this page. So when you go onto the website, you will go to your profile and go to the characters tab, and there you can add a character. This character can then be edited and updated from there. We will need you to update your leveling as well as, once you decide advanced class, if you haven't yet, and stuff like that, so that we can have an accurate representation of the guild. We'll also ask that you upload an image of your character, just for coolness. Please do not fill this page with alts that you made just to save names, and keep in mind that this page will work by recording what you log in. So if you write under level, oh, I'm so close to level 21, that's going to take up a lot of space and push the entire chart over. So we do ask that you keep it brief. For your level, just put the numbers. For your career skills, just put the career skills. I mean, the only thing you should end up having to change is your level, and that's not going to be very difficult. So that will be fun to have a good record of the whole guild. I'm so excited to play with all of you. It's been such a long wait, but it's less than 48 hours away. So it's really exciting. I know a lot of members will be marathoning, so feel free to join us. If you are playing with early access, Ordain and I, can you turn off the sync? Ordain and I will be playing probably for the next week straight, so we will be able to play with you. Ordain and I are now going to ask all members on the website who this applies to please change your name on the website to the name of your main character in-game. It's going to be difficult for us to memorize 2 or 3 different names for everyone, and it will reduce confusion for all the other members who are playing with you in-game if they just know that, for example, me as Lucette, I will be Lucette in-game on my main. Oh, and by the way, there is a new banner for launch on the Uprising website. I hope you all like it. I think it's pretty epic. And you can expect a podcast. That's kind of dumb since this is the podcast. Here's your podcast. Yep. Okay, we'll see you all at launch.
Alright, important launch info that you guys all need to know. Early access starts on the 13th. It will start Eastern time zone at 7 a.m. That means Pacific time zone at 4 a.m. And for the UK times, GMT will be at 12 p.m. and CET will be at 1 p.m. You will all receive your email letting you know that you are in the early access on the day your early access starts. So for example, if you get in the full 7 days early and you are going to be on the early access on the 13th, you will receive your email on the 13th. I'm not sure if that'll happen at exactly the time that it starts, for example, Eastern time zone at 7 a.m., or if they'll send it to you a little early or a little late. I don't know, we'll see, but just make sure you keep an eye on your emails. Your early access time entirely depends on how early you pre-ordered the game. So if you ordered within the first 2 to 3 weeks, I would assume that you're going to have the full 7-day access. It has come to my attention that we will be placed on the Nadist Rebels server, so make sure you make your characters there. Also, we will all be on Ventrilo, obviously, when we're playing, and we will organize leveling groups at launch based on classes. So within the Origin worlds, we're going to group up, 4 Jedi Knights in one group, 4 Jedi Consulars. We're going to group you up by class, so that way you can just burn through your storyline, because you'll all have the same quests, and it just makes it a lot easier at that point. Otherwise, you'd have to go back and forth and help each other with each other's quests, and it'll just be a lot easier to group you up that way. The Sith blindside and deceive their targets. Hit and run. As powerful as they are, they're cowards. They've never had to fight the best of us. That's you. I don't know if they can fear, but we're damn sure gonna give them the opportunity. Hit them hard. One way or the other, let's make history.